Welcome to my views on news Tuesday's third video for you is firstly there is panic and chaos in almost entire Amhara region of Ethiopia. Curfew has been imposed in around 10 cities now. There is so much panic that those cities far away from front lines are also imposing curfews. We have details for you. Banks are closing down their branches. People are facing difficulty withdrawing their money. Secondly, Woldia mayor just an hour ago released a video message from Woldia city. What is he saying? And thirdly, Oromo Liberation Army OLA is taking advantage of the engagement of Ethiopian National Defense Force in northern Ethiopia. OLA is making territorial gains. In the last 24 hours, OLA fighters have been seen intensifying their activities in 3 different woredas in western Oromia. We have a clip for you. OLA fighters have taken control of a camp, a government building in East Valaga, and several vehicles are now under the control of Oromo Liberation Army fighters. We have a clip as well for you and some details too. Firstly, viewers, Amhara region of Ethiopia, there is chaos and panic. We are seeing imposition of curfew in almost all major cities of the Amhara region. The Tigray forces are fighting close to Lalibela and Woldia, but there is so much panic that even Debre Birhan has imposed curfew. Is it due to the displacement, the movement of IDPs? Whatever the reason is, in around 10 cities of the Amhara region, within the last 24 hours, curfews have been imposed. Firstly, Woldia. Of course, there is curfew imposed because fighting is ongoing very close to Woldia, to the east of Woldia, to the north, to the west of Woldia. There is ongoing fighting. So, imposition of curfew in Woldia is understandable. Sikota also imposed curfew today. Sikota Communication Office today announced imposition of curfew. And this imposition of curfew indicates that Sikota is not under the control of Tigray forces, because some claims were being made that Sikota had been captured by Tigray forces. No, Sikota is not under Tigray forces control. No news from Lalibela, but the way fighting has been ongoing close to Lalibela and along the road, Lalibela-Sikota road, I think there would be curfew imposed in Lalibela too. In Gondar, viewers, both Debark and Dabat have announced imposition of curfew 2 days ago. Debark imposed curfew, and today Dabat also announced some security measures. Then South Wollo is also seeing curfews. In Haik, to the south of Woldia, curfew imposed. In Dasi, curfew imposed. In Kambolcha, announcement of curfew a few hours ago. Debre Birhan as well imposed curfew today. So you see that in almost entire Amhara region of Ethiopia, major cities have imposed curfew. Restrictions on movement of people, movement of vehicles have been announced. Display of weapons, carrying of weapons is being banned. Meanwhile, massive displacements are underway from Woldia, from Haik, from Dasi, from Sikota, from Kobo. People are being displaced towards unknown destinations. Where will they go? because there is fighting in neighboring Afar as well, and Woldia to Gashina road is closed. People cannot move towards Gondar from Woldia. Where will they go? Addis Ababa will not let these IDPs enter. Will Oromia receive these IDPs? Another question. So suffering is going to happen in coming days. It's going to worsen. Situation will worsen in Amhara region in coming days. And banks have closed their branches in cities like Dasi, like Vagaltana, like Kambolcha. They are closed. Lalibela as well. Commercial banks are closing their branches. They are shifting cash from these branches to central branch because they fear that the branches could come under attacks. Cash could be looted. So that is why cash is being transferred to main branches. It means that people are unable to withdraw their money. Long queues can be seen outside banks in Lalibela, in Kambolcha, Dasi, Vagaltan as well. You see what was happening in Tigray is happening in the Amhara region of Ethiopia. When I say that, people say, Sajid, you are enemy of Amharas. You are on the payroll of Tigray. We are not on anyone's payroll. We just analyze situation. And we analyze it objectively. That is why we share our insight with you. What was happening in Tigray, it's going to happen in entire Ethiopia if there is no solution. Believe me. People of Tigray unable to withdraw their money. Banks closed there. Telecom services closed there. People fleeing, if they could, they fled as well. Now see what is happening in the Amhara region. Telecom services suspended in Woldia, in Lalibela, in Kobo. Banks closed as well. People are unable to withdraw their money and tens of thousands are being displaced. Chaos is engulfing this region which suffered heavy loss last year. Amhara, Tigray, Afar, three regions suffered most last year. And this year, once again, catastrophe is spreading from Tigray into Amhara region. Watch this clip from Dasi. People are fleeing Dasi. Fighting is far away from Dasi. Front lines far away from Dasi. There is so much panic. People want to flee Dasi. Where will they go? No one knows. Watch this clip from Dasi. Secondly, viewers, Woldia still under the control of Ethiopian government forces. ENDF is there, Fano fighters there. Amhara special force still deployed to Woldia city, and Woldia mayor today spoke and he rejected all rumors that city was about to fall. His name is Daoud Khoslo. Daoud Khoslo released a video message. He said things were under control in Woldia city. Forces were defending the city. He tried to send a message to people to stay calm, but there is no sense of calm in Woldia. Have a look at this picture first. This picture shows people fleeing Woldia. It means there are serious tensions in the city. People know that fighting has approached the city. The sound of gunfire can be heard in Woldia city because fighting is ongoing very close to city. So how can people stay there? They'll flee. No matter where they manage to go, they'll try to leave Woldia. That is what is happening. But Woldia mayor is sending a message to people to stay calm, that things are under control. forces are defending, Fano is defending the city. Take a listen to what Daud Holslow, Woldia mayor, say a message to the residents and other people of the Amhara region of Ethiopia.
Woldia ከተማ ነዋሪ ህዝባችን ለመከላከያ ሰራዊት ለሀገር መከላከያ ሰራዊት ለፋኖ ለሚኒሻና ለልዩ ኃይላችን አሁንም ደጀኖናችሁ እንድትከተሉ ጥሪያችንን እናስተላልፋለን። በጁንታ ወራሪ ኃይል ወልዲያን ተቆጣጣሪያለሁ እያለ የሚያወራው ሐሰተኛ ወሬ መሆኑን ኢትዮጵያውያንና በኢትዮጵያ ወዳጆች የወልዲያ ወዳጆች ሆናችሁ በሙሉ ይሄንን አሁን ወልዲያ ላይ ቁጭ ብለን እየገለጽን ስለሆነ ወልዲያ ሰላም ነች፣ አሁንም በልጆቿ ቁጥጥር ስር ያለች በመሆኑ በጁንታ ወራሪ ኃይል ያልተወረረች መሆኑን በዚሁ ለመግለጽ እንወዳለን። ከተማችን ሰላም ነች፣ ህዝባችን ሰላም ነው፣ ተረጋግቶ ስራውን እየሰራ ያለበት ሁኔታ ነው ያለው። አመራሩም ህዝቡን ጠርንፎ ለሀገር መከላከያ ሰራዊት ለጥምር ኃይሉ ደጀን ሆኖ እየሰራ መሆኑን
Thirdly, the Oromo Liberation Army has intensified its attacks in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Just 2 weeks ago, OLA was on the back foot. It was suffering losses on southern front especially. 2 major operations were launched against OLA in the past 2 months. And we have seen that Ethiopian government media showed dozens of OLA fighters who were captured or who surrendered some weapons as well. Government claimed that OLA commanders were on the run, that OLA controlled areas had been retaken by government forces. Then started war in northern Ethiopia on the 24th of August. So OLA saw a window of opportunity to regain the lost territories, and that is what is happening. OLA is taking advantage of the war in northern Ethiopia. It has intensified its operations in different parts of Oromia, especially in western Oromia. In the past 24 hours, we have seen 3 clips showing OLA's attacks in 3 areas of western Oromia, Walaga. Firstly, in Horo Gadoro, Amoro Woreda has come under OLA control. There is heavy presence of Oromo Liberation Army in Amoro, Horo Gadoro, Walaga. Secondly, yesterday we saw a footage of fighting between OLA fighters and government forces in West Shava. In Dire, in Sini, there was heavy fighting between Oromo Liberation Army and government forces. Graphic video, I cannot show you the video, but I have another video for you. This video is from east of Walaga, Oromia region. Western Oromia here, Didessa military camp has come under OLA control. I have a clip for you showing several government vehicles which are now under government control. OLA says this place was a camp of Ethiopian National Defense Force. OLA is now in control of this place. Has ENDF withdrawn from this camp, or did OLA seize this camp after fighting? It's not clear. ENDF is withdrawing. We know that Ethiopian National Defense Force is withdrawing from large parts of Oromia after the start of war in northern Ethiopia. That is why OLA is making the most of this opportunity to regain lost territories. Watch this video from East Walaga, Didessa camp. You can see a government office, a camp sort of place which has come under OLA control. Watch this clip.
Gugu bo. Yo.